The Knights Roundtable is presented by Orlando Health, the official medical team of the UCF Knights. Choose Orlando Health for excellence in healthcare with award-winning hospitals, clinics, and nearly 3,000 community physicians throughout Central Florida.
Well, Coach, just a tough football game that came down to not just one, but a lot of plays that could have seen things go the other way. You've had a chance to go back and look. What stands out from Saturday's setback?
Yeah, on the positive side, I thought our kids answered the bell every round, and that's something we talked about going into the game and competing hard. We weren't always on the right side of the play. We're a play away from being on the right side of it. And, you know, during the course of 60 minutes, there's one play that makes a difference in that ball game. You know, everybody sees the play at the end, but we got to be on the right side of it and change the way the outcome happens. I still believe we haven't played 3 phases of the game together at the same time. We need to find a way to do that here.
When you get in a game like that you get the sense like everybody's scoring almost every possession, does that change the thought process? Not that you're not trying to stop people, but all of a sudden you just get this vibe like people going for it on 4th downs and this and that. Does that change a philosophy at any point?
I think, you know, every game unfolds differently. You play the same team, same day, 10 different times. You know, the variations are going to be multiple. And you know, but as the game unfolded, you have to have a feel for the ebb and flow and try to put your kids in the right position to be on the right side of the game.
When you take a look at your offense from the football game, you worked on some things. It was tempo. It seemed like even tempo more. What did you like about the offense and its execution? Because it looked like you were trying to go as fast as you can.
Well, the tempo, we were able to play ahead of the chains, right? You look at the Tulsa game, we talked about all the issues before the snap of the ball. It changed the way the game's played, right? How much tempo you can use, getting your kids in the right position, and changes the way the game's played on 2nd down and 3rd down. And all those little things add up, and we were able to play with better pace, put our kids in a better position, and execute at a higher level.
Dylan obviously had a huge day, a school record, 601 yards. The stat sheet doesn't show this, but a lot of big plays. A guy like Jacob Harris, from a blocking standpoint, times taking out 2 would-be blockers. Those are big, those little things that help small plays become bigger plays.
Yeah, the big plays that everybody sees, there's a lot of guys doing the right thing without the ball in their hands. I thought on our perimeter screen game, our wide receivers did a tremendous job of playing with great technique, playing extremely physical, and creating space for our ball carrier.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
We know just how special Marlon is, and also Jalen Robinson, but Ryan O'Keefe got a chance to show his potential. Big 93-yard touchdown there, averaged more than 40 yards a catch, but I know you have high expectations, and that was a kind of big breakout game for him.
We do. It's a young man that's just continued to develop inside of the program, has a lot better understanding of what we're doing offensively. He's really comfortable out there right now with all the variations of coverage that he's going to see, and what he needs to do to get himself in a position to be open. You can see he's a dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands. A young man that played a lot of Wildcat quarterback coming out of high school. He started to develop as a wide receiver, and he's got a great future ahead of him.
On the defensive side, are there some things that you pinpoint to say, we've got to adjust this or this? Again, you get into these shootouts, but you know, got some inexperienced players that are going to gain experience each time out there. It's all part of not just the back end, got to get a pass rush. Are there a couple of things you take away that say this is where we've got to really fix it up?
Yeah, I think, you know, the first time the unit ran out on the field, we got 3 true freshmen that are on the field. They're going to continue to get better and understanding what we're doing and perform at a higher level. I think as much as anything during the course of the game, right, there's some critical situations where we got to be on the right side of it. A couple blown assignments. We got to keep better rush integrity up front and not let the quarterback out of the pocket. And then we got to make some of those one-on-one competitive plays. That's going to help us get off the football field.
These games, again, where you get into these shootouts and decisions about going and all sorts of stuff like that, and people talk about tempo, does it have an effect on defenses? Because at some point you're just thinking, we may have to score every time, and slowing down perhaps then impacts your offense. It's kind of a give-take game there.
You know, if you've watched us over the last couple of years, you know, at the end of halves, right, or even early in the 4th quarter, depending on where you're at in the game, slowing down your drives to try to milk some of the clock in maybe a 2-possession football game. Those are things that we try to do. You got to get the first down, though, to get those things, to allow those things to happen. At the end of the day, we all got to play better together. There's a bunch of plays out there offensively that can change the way that game's played out from the beginning of the first quarter all the way to the end of that football game. Defensively, we got to find a way to get off the field and get a stop. There's things, especially teams, that we can do better to help the way the game's played as well.
All right, now you move forward. There's a lot of football left to be played, and while some goals you no longer control, what's your thoughts to your football team as you get back out there? Because, again, we've still got 5 games left.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we don't control. But what we control is our attitude and our effort, our preparation. And it's important that we prepare with great urgency. And the only thing that we can control is today. And for our players, they got to win today. And that'll happen again when we get out on the practice field. If you have great urgency in your preparation throughout the week, you're able to let it all go hang out on game day and play free of any worry, concern. You're able to play fast and look at your brother and know that you gave everything that you have.
Tulane's football team that can fling it took SMU to overtime, so they'll come in here. And again, everybody's going to be able to get passing. Just a quick thought on Tulane.
Yeah, I think for them, just their ability to run the football, right, and their ability to stop the run on the defense side of the ball is what jumps out to you on both sides of the line of scrimmage. We got to do a great job bottlenecking the run game, force them into predictable situations. Their quarterback, young freshman that's made a lot of plays with his feet. He looks to get outside of the pocket on some of the second long and third down passing situations. We got to do a great job of keeping our rush integrity as we're getting to the quarterback. Offensively, we have to win the line of scrimmage and then win one-on-one matchups out on the outside. And if we can do that, play penalty-free, take care of the football, we're going to give ourselves our best chance to go win a football game.
Thanks, Coach.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
The Knights Roundtable is presented by Orlando Health, the official medical team of the UCF Knights. Choose Orlando Health for excellence in healthcare with award-winning hospitals, clinics, and nearly 3,000 community physicians throughout Central Florida.
It's homecoming for UCF at the Bounce House, a 2 o'clock kickoff when the Green Wave of Tulane come to town. For ticket information and all the stuff you need to know for game day, log on to UCFKnights.com. For head coach Josh Heupel, I'm Marc Daniels. Thanks for joining us. Go Knights! Charge on.